My name is Margaret. I've been married for 40 years. I once believed my husband Robert was my forever home. But love changes. Sometimes it fades, not with anger, but with silence. One morning, while we sat at breakfast, he looked at me and said, "You're too old for love, Margaret." His words broke something inside me, not because they were cruel, but because he meant them. After that day, our marriage turned into routine. No laughter, no affection, just two strangers sharing a house that once held dreams. He spent his evenings watching TV in his study. I spent mine knitting by the window. Sometimes I'd look at our wedding photo, the young, bright couple smiling back, and wonder, where did they go? One afternoon, I decided to take a walk in the park, something I hadn't done in years. That's where I met Henry. He was sitting on a bench, reading a book of poems. When his book slipped from his hands, I picked it up. Our eyes met, and for the first time in years, I felt seen. We started talking about books, music, the weather. Simple things, but they made me smile again. We met often after that, and slowly, a forgotten warmth began to return to my heart. Henry never called me old. He called me beautiful. He said, "You have the kind of smile that makes people believe in kindness again." I hadn't heard words like that in years. For the first time, I realized love doesn't belong to the young. It belongs to anyone brave enough to feel it. One day, Robert saw us together. He didn't speak a word that night, but the next morning, he threw my scarf on the table and said, "So that's what you do now? Flirting in parks?" I told him, "No, Robert, I'm living again." He laughed bitterly. "You're too old for love, Margaret. Don't make a fool of yourself." That was the moment I knew I wasn't the fool anymore. I decided to leave. After 40 years of silence, I wanted to breathe again. I wrote a note that said, "I'm not leaving because I stopped loving you. I'm leaving because I started loving myself." Then I called my lawyer. When the lawyer arrived, Robert was furious. "What's this nonsense?" he shouted. The lawyer calmly said, "Mr. Miller, your wife is filing for divorce, and she's the rightful owner of this house." Robert froze. He never cared to know that the house, the car, even the savings had been in my name for years. The lawyer continued, "She's also made arrangements to donate part of her savings to a women's shelter." Robert just sat down, speechless. As I stepped outside, I looked back one last time. That house had seen laughter, tears, and silence, but it would no longer hold me prisoner. Henry was waiting at the gate. He didn't ask questions. He just took my hand and said, "Are you ready?" I nodded, and for the first time in decades, I truly was. We moved into a small cottage by the sea. The waves became our music. We cooked together, painted together, and sometimes sat in silence, but a beautiful kind of silence. The kind that doesn't hurt. Every morning, he'd say, "You make growing old look beautiful." And I'd smile, knowing he was right. I never wanted revenge. I just wanted peace. When the lawyer arrived that day, Robert realized something powerful. That love doesn't expire with age. It only disappears when we stop giving it. I may have wrinkles on my face, but my heart still dances when it feels love. Because love never gets old.